Thanks for coming back for another episode review of The Rising of the Shield Hero episode 19 review. But before we start, please subscribe and push the like button. With that said, we're going to get started. First thing that I liked seeing in this episode was the ultimate weapon, or basically the cardinal weapons.
The replica.
The replica that the Pope had. And he described, not he, but Melty described how it was used, or how the beginning, the history of it, how it was created to imitate the four cardinal weapons, the bow, the spear, the sword, and the shield. And
be able to use all their skills from those.
but all in one sword. So it was pretty cool to see that.
And it was called a cheat in the episode.
Yeah, and then Melty mentions how, because she knew about it, but it seemed like she said, apparently what she said, that she was lied to, because
it went missing. The church said it went missing, but they had it. So she thinks that the church lied about losing it, or lied about it being misplaced.
Exactly.
Yeah. And another thing that was funny was Melty has all this information about the weapon, and Mine knows none of it. Yeah. And then Melty throws some shade at Mine by saying, anybody who has like a basic understanding of the church or Melremark's history would know this. He's like, this is a big deal for it being found. Yeah. And Mine's just like, ugh.
Just goes to show that Melty is the right candidate.
Yeah, and the Pope,
and not Mine.
And the Pope says the same thing.
The next part of the show I liked was when the Spear Hero attacked the Pope, but the Pope had a shield.
Had a barrier there.
Barrier up. Yeah. And so we saw that didn't work. But then what was interesting to me was when both the sword and the bow hero came, it pierced through his barrier, and I don't know if it hit him, but it was able to pierce through it, which made me think back when Fitoria was saying how it was necessary for all four heroes to be together, and like it was necessary for them to win. I'm kind of starting to see what she's kind of talking about, because you see even with two heroes that they're strong. They're strong in attacks. And I'm wondering what would happen if they have four, all together with maybe one synchronized attack, And then we see the Spear Hero attack again, and it doesn't work. And then we kind of see I think the bow hero attacks again, and it works. But I think that's because the mana was running out.
Yeah, his spear quit glowing. And then they had mentioned before that it consumes a lot of mana, and then they needed to charge up again for the next big attack. Last week we saw combos kind of for the first time, and this week we saw more of a synchronized attack, not really a combo, but it would be interesting to see what a combo would look like with the four heroes, or a synchronized attack with all the four heroes together.
That would be cool. Yeah, great, like an ultimate attack.
Thunder or lightning, something. Meteor or something.
Versus the ultimate attack.
Yeah.
Ultimate attack against the ultimate weapon.
The four heroes realize how powerful this ultimate weapon is, and they start saying that they have to all fight together. And you see them all walk up side by side, kind of like in an Avenger-esque type thing, where it's, they're all walking up to each other saying, let's fight together. And then the Spear Hero's like, I'll even fight alongside you. And he looks back at Naofami, and then a couple seconds later, we see Naofami sitting on the ground with his party, and he's like, I'm not fighting with you idiots.
Yeah.
And that was pretty funny. There was a lot of hilarious moments. Philo continuing to just
3 times.
Yeah, just continuing to
it's like it's all the Spear Hero.
Yeah, just blaming him.
It's just like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's the Spear Hero's problem. Like, it's his fault.
That's what he gets for calling her a fat bird.
Yeah. She won't let that go.
Oh, no. After Naofami just declines on fighting alongside of them and says that he'll do his own thing, they're like, no, we need you and you need us to be able to survive. The Spear Hero says, don't you hate being falsely accused or falsely blamed for something? And then Raftalia's like, you don't have any right to say that. And then Naofami goes into kind of exposing all of them and what they've done wrong. First, he starts out with the Spear Hero being like, you believed everything this girl said. You followed mine and you didn't question anything. And he's like, no, I was just being trusting. And Naofumi's like, no, you were blindly following her. It's like, if you would have even used your brain a little bit, you would have realized you didn't check the bodies, didn't check the Carfax, you were taxing those people in the city really high, and you know, it's just no evidence for anything that he's listened to her with.
Preach.
And then the other two heroes were like, yeah, he's like, hey, go a little easy on the guy, man. He feels bad. And then Naofumi's like, no.
I ain't done yet.
He's roasting everybody.
Like, hold up, he's done next.
Yes.
He's like, your turn.
And the bow hero, he's like, dude, you went to this country and depended only on your power. You didn't go over there and try to negotiate or try to talk to the leader of that country, and you destroyed it. And then he goes back to the sword hero, and he's like, you know what? This isn't a video game, man. He's like, you treated it like this. Savage. You didn't clean after yourself, and look what happened. And then the spear hero has the audacity to go back and be like, yeah, that's right, it was your two fault.
And then you see them all arguing.
Yeah.
And then the king comes after, not the king, the pope.
Naofumi gets him again.
Yeah.
Naofumi gets the spear hero again.
Yeah.
And then he starts telling him about the seed. And he's like, dude, you took it over there and you took advantage of how much they trusted you. They knew that it was wrong. They knew that they shouldn't have used the seed because they knew the history. But because everybody has so much trust in the heroes, like you said, the Pope is saying this too. Like, people shouldn't trust you. Look at you. You're all bickering amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you're all fighting. And like you said, this just proved that y'all need to be cleansed. Y'all need to be judged. This made me think that even with the way the Pope was acting, that the Pope was kind of acting like God himself. Like he was trying to have this godlike figure type. Where he was just casting he was having his own idea of what judgment was, and he was just doing that. He wasn't like, you know how the Pope is supposed to be like the advocate for God. It was like he was God and replacing God, and that's what it seemed to me, at least. That's the vibe I got.
You're right, and he's doing all this stuff, and Naofumi said it. You're claiming this is justice. You're claiming this is right, but you're taking advantage of the people. The heroes are doing it, and he's like, and you're just like the Pope. The Pope's doing it. Yeah. And like Devin said, his whole goal is to take over the kingdom because the royalty's not right anymore. He's like Devin said, he's playing God, and he just wants what he wants, and he's using all these people's mana to get it.
Yeah, and it's almost kind of sad because he's using God as sort of like a means to get what he wants.
And these people are saying, "Oh, we'll follow you till the end, Pope." Like,
I wonder what's gonna happen to them. Like, is he gonna get rid of them after and then get more people to follow him, and then just kind of continue the process, you know?
Yeah, and so after that, Naofumi agrees to fight alongside of them, but it's not because of them. It's because of his promise that he made to Fitoria, and he was also mad because he's like, all of y'all are the same, the Pope and the heroes, because you try to take away, not only did you like use people, but you try to take away what I cared about the most. And at first it started out with them trying to convince Naofumi to fight with them, and then it's afterwards he's like bringing them down towards his level with every attack, and like Devin said, he was kind of venting in a way.
Yeah, I feel like he was venting.
Yeah, he's mad at all the stuff he's had to deal with, and it was almost like a chess game, right? So he played them into where he's kind of the morally right one in the situation. Like at first, like they've been looking down at him this whole time, and then he's like tearing them down with them. He's like, no, you're worse than me, but in a way I'm kind of better than you because I fixed all your problems. And it was almost like a chess game like the whole time for him, because we saw in the previous episode where he had Fitoria on his mind in the promise, and it was only like minutes in between then and now, so we know he still was aware of that. And so it was cool to see how he played him.
Yeah, he's very observant. He's very observant. Yeah. And I liked how Naofumi kind of dealt with, like, you could tell that whenever he dealt with the heroes, that was like what you said, it was a way of him venting. And I feel like that literally was the only way like he could work with them. Like, and he said with Fitoria, he's like, I'll give it a shot. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll give it a shot. Yeah. And I feel like that was that had to happen. Like, he had all this anger and all that built up, and it was just this moment that he just needed to release.
Yeah, he's held it in the whole series.
Yeah. Another thing that stood out to me was when Melty talked about how she felt that Mine was possibly manipulating or messing with the spear hero, because we kind of see that throughout the series that she was. But the spirit hero goes on to talk about like, I have no idea about this. I was just trusting her because she's my teammate. And then Melty mentions, okay, mine. What was your goal in this? And then she gets quiet. Yeah. I thought that was interesting because I mean, we know that she's up to something. I mean, one thing we know for sure is that she wanted to get back at the shield hero for whatever reason. But I'm curious to see if she actually has another agenda.
Yeah.
Or maybe she always had a greater agenda.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also next week we know that the queen is coming. So we'll see if she shows up next week. This whole episode, the only disappointing thing about this episode is that they pretty much spent the whole time in the crater.
Yeah, that's true. And then they ended it with that. Oh, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I literally thought they was gonna end twice. There was two instances where I thought it was gonna end, and I was like, bro, are you kidding me?
I thought we were gonna at least see them for attack before, but whatever. Yeah. So yeah, the queen should be coming. She's on her way. And
also, I want to see that cathedral thing. What that thing's all about.
Oh, that's another thing we forgot to talk about. When the cathedral was coming up and like coming out of the sky, it sort of looked like how the waves looked, like the purple tints. Like, I don't know. We mentioned maybe before, is the church behind the waves? You kind of looked like it for a second. I thought a wave was coming.
Yeah, it kind of did look at first, but then, yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah, we.
But do we? Well, we don't know. We don't have the facts.
Regardless, we really love this episode. We're looking forward to the next one. With that said, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, your theories, your likes, your dislikes about the episode. Please follow our social media accounts down below. You'll see them in the section. With that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.